Pardon our notes that are literally written on a CVS receipt. Okay. So just wanted to introduce ourselves. My name is Jennifer Ireland.
I'm Gina Canonica.
We're the master of ceremonies this evening. No pressure. Want to tell you a little bit about how we know Greta. So we all met in Miami our freshman year of high school. We were all only children, and so we very quickly became sisters to each other. And obviously during high school, those are some formative years with some fabulous memories.
After that, Greta and I went to college together, University of South Florida, go Bulls. But who really wants to hear about our college days, our education? It was great, right? Whatever. But you have no interest in that, or hearing about our super shitty years when we went to Cancun, got tattoos. By the way, his name was Jose. He was very nice, and it definitely was sterilized, we think. So it's fine, but it all happened.
And you definitely don't want to hear about that time that Greta thought it was a good idea to get her nipple pierced.
But you know, it was fine. It was fine. After that, we all reconvened in New York City, where we became the perfect trifecta in New York City. And if you think you saw a good episode of Sex and the City, guess what? So that was us, 1 decade in New York City together.
All having fun. Well, let's go to 3.5 years ago. Greta was going through one of those moments that I think all women go through. We were like, I just want some me time, and I'm not really interested in boys. I'm just gonna hang out with like me, no boys. I was at her house in Shelter Island, and I said, hey, my friend Craig has his boat. He's gonna be at Sunset Beach. Let's all go on his boat. She said, sure, let's go. So a bunch of us friends all went on to Craig's famous boat. We're drinking, having a grand old time. Well, I didn't realize what a smitten kitten Craig was until he did this move. So let me paint the picture for you. We're all on the boat. There's 3 people sitting here, 3 people sitting here. Greta's at the front, Craig is at the back. And we're all talking in, a big circle. A gust of wind comes and literally blows 3 hairs just across Greta's face. Craig leans over everyone, stops their conversation, and gently just rubs that in her face. No, Jackie, who is here tonight, literally stopped and said, well, that was creepy. And she couldn't have been more right.
Now, keep in mind, Craig was the mayor of the West Village, rode around blowing his hair in his Porsche, which, by the way, was automatic, questionable. Fucking real questionable. reason, Greta was able to steal this Magnum PI's heart. Right.
And there's a couple reasons. Number one, she has really good dance moves, especially the one which is a cross between Helen Keller and a stripper. I can't see. I almost fell just there.
More importantly, number two, Craig, she definitely gives you street cred because you're not that cool. And she is very, very cool, and you just have to give it up to finally, look, solid.
Number three, she's Swedish. So when she drinks before noon, it's not because she's an alcoholic, it's because she's European and cultured.
No judgment. And the most important part is, lastly, you both are the most genuine people who are loved by everyone, and everything you do is unconditional, and everyone loves you, but you're true. You're true to yourselves, and you're great friends and great people.
We want to finish our speech with a few words of marital advice from two women who have never been married.
Ever. But thanks a lot, Greta, matchmaker.
So we haven't been married, but we do love Pinterest quotes.
We do. We kill the Pinterest game. We kill it. So, a successful marriage is about falling in love with the same person over and over again.
And may your marriage be modern enough to survive the times, but old-fashioned enough to last forever.
And I will say this without a doubt, you have definitely hit the stack pot. Wait, by the way, we're available for bar mitzvahs, weddings, christenings, whatever.
I'd like to call Brad up to the microphone right now.
A good friend of mine tonight told me to keep, if I didn't have anything funny to say, keep it short and sweet, keep it from the heart. So, good advice, Matt. My name is Brad Bonner, and I'm honored and pleasure to be here tonight. I just want to start off a little unconventionally, and we want to raise our glasses and start this night with a toast to the bartenders. Thank you. Craig has never picked up a bar tab this big. So this is the way it's supposed to work. We're supposed to roast Craig for a couple minutes, tell Greta how beautiful she looks, and Greta, you really do look amazing tonight. And then finish with a toast. So I've known Craig since October 7th, 1994. That was the day that Boston College beat up on Notre Dame. I was up there with seeing a buddy, and we met, and we've been best friends ever since. Craig assured me tonight that I shouldn't worry about speaking in front of 200 plus people, because the tequila was going to be flowing, and it was the finest tequila that he could find. And none of you are going to remember what I said, especially myself. Craig was the best man at my wedding 11 years ago. He gave the most amazing speech. And I've been struggling for weeks trying to find something to roast Craig with. But I can't. Craig's the best guy in the world, best friend that anybody could ever imagine. And I only have good things to say about him. In good times and bad, Craig's always been a brother to me. Whether we lived a couple subway stops away or across the country, he's always been there for me. We used to play squash every night together in New York City. And we always had a bet. It was a standing bet. You know, we'd either have a beer or we'd have dinner if we had time. Craig drank and ate for free from 1997 to 2004. I got you back tonight, though. I ate about 9 helpings to that table up there. Getting out of New York was probably the best decision you ever made. You did find Mrs. Right in New York City, but you fell in love and started the next chapter of your book out here. And I can't imagine a better place to do it. I mean, just look around you. You got friends and family that, what it was, 110% acceptance rate? You came tonight? Craig's the greatest guy I know. He's kind-hearted, loving, loyal, and generous. Craig, you're gonna make the most adoring father. Just look how you are with Candace's kids. You're glowing anytime you're around them. Craig, you're also making an amazing husband. Greta, he'll always be there to support you and love you. But, sorry. But he's even luckier to have you. Sorry. Alex and I both wish you the best for the years to come. May your days be happy and filled with joy. And just remember to live your life to the fullest together. Let's raise our glasses to the future Mr. and Mrs. Craig Stack.
I'd like to now call Frank to the microphone. Frank is
Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Frank Carfaro, and I've had the distinct pleasure of being friends with Craig Stack for the last 22 years. And during that time, one of the things about having a friend who is a bit older than you is that person is able to impart a lot of wisdom on you. And in Craig's case, that wisdom has come whether I've chosen to like it or not. And so it's been an amazing ride, and I've learned a lot from Craig Stack. From the simple things about things like a lot of wisdom. There's been a lot of wisdom going on here, and Craig is a super wise guy. And in the ways of wisdom, he's very wise. And on top of that, I've come to learn a lot of different things from Craig. For example, Craig has things that I incorporate into my daily life, like the Craig Stack pyramid push-up pectoral perfection model, which I think many people here have incorporated that into their lives. The other thing that I've incorporated in my life and that I've come to learn from Craig is something that he and I think many people here can identify with and have made us all a better person or people, is that thing that everyone knows is make Craig Stack a better person Tuesday. And make Craig Stack a better Tuesday is something that I've incorporated in my life, and something that has made me a better person. And but one of the things that Craig has instilled in me, and one of the most important things that he said to me is when he's told me how much he loves Greta and what Greta means to him and what his life has become, and at that time what his life was becoming, and that to me is incredibly moving, incredibly deep, and something that has stayed with me. And Greta, I've shared so many memories with you, and it's been an amazing time. And you're amazingly beautiful, and that dress is amazingly fantastic on all levels. But that being said, in terms of the wisdom I've taken from Craig Stack, and you make Craig Stack a better and happier person every day, and for that I am so happy and so blessed to have you in my life and be a part of your lives. And with that being said, I ask you all to raise your glasses and join me in wishing Craig and Greta a happy, healthy years to come. Here, here. Cheers.
I'd like to now call the Bro, yeah, you have to hug them.
Thanks.
Steal with a hug. Travis, will you please come to the microphone?
Where are the bride and groom? There they are. Good evening, everybody. For those who I've not had a chance to meet tonight, my name is Travis Witten, and I am Craig's brother-in-law. I am the very lucky man who married his younger sister, Candace. I have to start by thanking Craig and Greta for tonight and for this entire weekend. I can only imagine how much thought, time, and preparation went into pulling off such an amazing event. I don't think you could have done it any better, so thank you. I don't think the weather hurt, but thank you so much. This is truly amazing. I've known Craig for a little over a dozen years now, and I can't believe it's been that long, but it's been an amazing journey. I can think back to the first couple times that I met Craig, and you know, when you first start dating somebody and you're going to meet their older, successful, incredibly good-looking older brother, it can be a little bit intimidating. And Craig was definitely a little intimidating those first couple times. I mean, you know, I think he was vetting out who was dating his baby sister, trying to figure out who this guy was, and you know, it was a tough couple nights. But you know, once we moved past those first two nights, Craig has been nothing but amazing. And it's a theme that's been echoed tonight, but Craig is truly an amazing guy. He has become one of my best friends. He is now family. He's the godfather to my son, and I consider him another brother in my life. Craig has always been incredibly supportive and generous to me and my family, and for that I am incredibly grateful. As I look back on this time together with the Stack family and with Craig, you know, it's been an amazing journey, but I have to say